Hey everyone, I wanted to do a quick overview of these slides before I post them. This is coming a bit later in the week than I'd hoped, but better late than never. There were some tech problems, but those should be fixed now. I'm sorry if you can hear my dog. She's a very active American bully. So this presentation is about metacognitive reading skills, and specifically the one talk to text. Metacognition is usually described as thinking about your own thinking. It sounds like a very big word, but it's really simple. I think of the movie Inception, like a dream inside of a dream. It's a thought inside of a thought, in a way. You're Patsy. It's it's the way we think about how we think. You might have heard of annotating, and that's just a fancy way of saying you take notes. So you can use a pen in addition to your highlighter if you're marking on a hard copy page. A lot of PDF readers will also allow you to do that. It's really interesting if you look into perusal and hypothesis or power notes. You can underline, use stars, question marks, whatever notes you need to make. If you see something important, you mark it. Well, it's metacognitive in the sense that you are engaging with the text constantly as you read. You're asking questions and you're talking to the text. You're actively engaging with the text. So I wanted to do a quick overview of what that looks like. Here is an excerpt from Gurney Norman's Divine Rights Trip, The Lone Outdoorsman. And if you have not heard of Gurney Norman, he's a great writer, a great Kentucky writer, and a wonderful human being. So here is how we talk to the text. About 8 o'clock, a man in a red hunting cap came out of the camper parked next to Urge and began dismounting the yellow trail bike from the front end of his GMC. He was short and overweight, but you could tell by the way he wore his cap and held his pipe between his teeth that he took himself pretty seriously. His face was absurdly handsome. That's an interesting detail. I wonder what about it was handsome. His face could have been in a TV ad for pipe tobacco or men's cologne, probably in some previous incarnation. The lone outdoorsman had been the best 5 foot 5 inch high school halfback in the conference. Halfback. I'm not familiar with that term, so I'm going to mark that and come back to it. Maybe football. He had a black and green wool shirt, army boots, and fatigue pants faded to a pale green. I would mark this. Maybe he was ex-military. Dangling from the army web belt around his waist were a canteen, a compass, a long sheath knife, first aid kit, survival kit, snake bite sewing kit, and a kit to repair flat tires with. He banged and rattled like a mobile hardware store. That's an interesting comparison. And yet he smoked his pipe and worked on his bike like any neighborhood family man out waxing his car on Sunday afternoon. From time to time, the outdoorsman would glance over his shoulder. Okay, the outdoorsman, is this a name that the speaker is giving to this person, or is there a greater reference here? I would mark this and go back to the lone outdoorsman. I would Google that idea and see if there's someone else referred to as that, maybe historically. I'm not sure. But you see how I'm engaging with the text and I'm asking questions as I read it. That is how we talk to the text. We ask it questions, we engage with the text, we read deeper into what we're reading, and we ask questions, and we note those questions when we don't have an answer so we can look for an answer later. That is how we talk to text. So that's all for this video. Try to use talk to text in this class when you're reading assigned readings for the class. And even in other classes, these skills transfer to other classes. You can use this when reading for other classes. So I hope this is a useful tool, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.